everyone. My name is Hari Khadka. I'm a student of Master of Professional Accounting at Chiri Waterfront Campus. As a part of my subject WIB 602 and 603, I'm here regarding the placement presentation about my workplace athletics Northern Territory. Now, uh, moving on to table of content, I mentioned some of the points. Introduction, organizational structure, my role as an intern, software learning, skills acquired, reflection on graduate attributes, strength and weakness, strategies for improvement, and finally conclusion. Moving on to introduction, Athletics Northern Territory was established in 1981 and it is a government organization and not-for-profit organization, and it is a member of Athletics Australia. There are different members of Athletics Australia, and it is one of the member which encourages people to run and enjoy and have fun. It has a huge respect and it encourages people of all ages. So it respects to all the traditional custodians and sporting people. It is committed towards positive future for all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islanders communities, and it is located in 40 Abala Road, Marara, near Arafura Stadium. It has a vision. Its vision is to create a vibrant and successful sport within Australia. So in order to achieve the vision, it has a mission which includes a coordinated effort of the athletics stakeholders to encourage people to come, join, and do some sporting in Northern Territory. Moving on to the structure of Athletics Northern Territory, uh, as it is a small organization, there is board president, executive officer, financial manager, and technical manager. All of the manager have their own role. Technical manager looks after the technicians of Athletics Northern Territory, whereas finance manager looks after the finance of Athletics Northern Territory, whereas executive manager, who is my mentor Lian Chin, who looks overall Athletics Northern Territory and makes reports and provide it to board president, and board president decide what to do, what not to do. As it is a small organization, it is a quick decision making procedure. Now, moving on to my role as an intern. My role includes doing a research, as I was an I was hired as a placement staff. uh, I was told to do a research about different countries, people uh, who are interested to do athletes but they lack fund. So when once I had a meeting with my board president Shane Lee, and he said me everything, because he wanted to visit to different parts of the country in order to find the players, but who is lacking funds. And regarding the meetings, I have been told everything: how to do the research, what are the things I need to find out, and what are the things I need to do the emails and so on. So after the meetings, my role was to collect the information so that can make my research easier. So because of COVID-19, many of the events were cancelled. Like in athletics, what actually happens is there are two events: track events and field events. Track event actually includes 100-meter race, 200-meter race, 800-meter, 400-meter relay race, and so on. Whereas field event includes uh, long jump, high jump, shot put, javelin, uh, and so on. So all these events were discussed in meetings because of COVID-19, as events were cancelled. Online meeting, there used to be online meeting and every Tuesday. So every Tuesday I also got an opportunity because of Lianshin, where every members of Athletics Northern Athletics, they used to discuss about the events and so on. And I also got an opportunity to learn new software to do some data entries. My role was to do the data entry of 2016 of the all the players, to include all the events. And there, because there are different clubs in Darwin, like Darwin Athletics Club, Palmerston Athletics Club, Catherine Athletics Club, and so many and so on. uh, and I got an opportunity to interact with the managerial personnel for future events, because they used to discuss about each and every day's experience, like what they are doing, what they will do for the future as well. And I was also my role also includes administrative work, which means printing, photocopying, writing the emails, and so on. Now moving on to the topic is software learning. I got a great opportunity to learn a new software, and I was so much happy, and I would like to thank to Lin Chin. Managers 12.0, which is a result system software. uh, in the beginning I was unknown about this software, it was totally new to me, but later on Lian Chin, she taught me everything that I felt so easy to use this software. Because in this software what actually happens is we need to write, because in athletics there are a lot of players, so we need to write all the name of the players and all the events that they played and the timings that they completed the events. So after that, this we all put this in the system software in the database. As soon as we put in the database, the results occurs, like the rank of the players, what they achieved in their events. So here I can say, like, raw data is converted into information. In a computer sense, computer word, we can say that raw data converted into information. Whereas raw data means the player's name, the events, and the timing. Whereas the information means the result, the rank that the player achieved. And there are so many skills that I acquired during my placement. Actually, most importantly, I have mentioned some of them, like software skills, interpersonal skills, coordination skills, advanced learning skills, Excel, and analytical and professional judgment. Software skills is the same skills like Managers 12.0, which was totally new to me. I learned that software, that me once I learned it, made me so easier, like next time I can do by myself. So that has helped me to maintain a interpersonal skill as well, because in the process of learning I had to communicate with my executive officer, which has helped me to improve my communication skills, as well as attending meetings. I had to communicate with different managerial personnel, which has maintain my coordination skills and communication skills. And Lian Chin also taught me advanced Excel learning, because simple Excel I used to do during my study, but advanced Excel I was unknown about it. She taught me a lot of things during my placement. As being an accounting student, the organization was management, so analytical and professional judgment was one of the important. So I also I have also studied somehow management, like function of management includes planning, organizing, staffing, directing, and controlling. So these functions, if it works properly, then organization would grow. If it does not, organization decline. So the analytical and professional judgment is one of the important judgment that requires uh, in workplace. So I also learn a lot of analytical and professional judgment during my placement. And moving on to the topic is reflection on graduate attributes. Attribute simply it's a quality that I learned during my studies and that I applied to my placement. So some of the points: reflection includes application, communication, decision making and responsibility, flexibility, teamwork, and leadership. In case of application, like uh, I have applied my studies in the placement. Like whatever things I learned, whatever testings I used to do in a group, that things I can apply in my workplace, and that has helped me a lot, made it easier in my placement. And next one is communication. While making presentation in our class studies, we used to communicate within a group, and that has also developed my some communication skills. Although that was not more properly sufficient, but placement in during my placement I had to communicate with managerial personnel, with more and more people, so that has improved my communication skills. And decision making and responsibility. Uh, Decision making and responsibility is one of the reflection on graduate attributes, because decision making and responsibility being a student is very important. During class times I had to make so many decisions, and I was responsible for so many things during the class. That has the same thing when happening in my placement. I used to decide by myself, and any responsibility that has been given to me, I would fulfill with my full confidence and full of information, with correct correct decision. And flexibility in order to get flexible within the workplace, you need to be environmental friendly. If you are flexible, then the surrounding area would be familiar to you. If you are not, then it will be hard to adjust. So any placement student needs to be flexible, and the flexibility that I have has helped me a lot during my placement. And the next one is teamwork. Uh, while doing any group presentation or group assignments, teamwork, we used to divide the work, so that would make it easier. Like we know that team means together everyone achieves more. So teamwork has mm, teamwork will definitely help in the process of work, because if the work is divided and afterwards if they are collected, then it can give a big result, which we can call as a synergy effort. In leadership, it is one of the most important thing that during my studies and external placement area as well, because as I get coordinate with the managerial personnel, I feel like I have some skills relating to leader, because I have been communicating with so many people during my placement, which has helped me to increase my leadership skills as well. And moving topic is strength and weakness. Strength that I have gained during my placement, that I have in my placement, was strong learning ability, because as being a quick learner I have strong learning ability, that has a positive in my work performance, and uh, positive and confidence towards my work, and that has made happy to my mentor as well. And because of some knowledge of management, that has given me some idea about workplace, not all but somehow some. So that can make me to adapt in the new area of surrounding easily as well, because if you know something about the area which you have been doing, then that can somehow help you to adjust in that area and make familiar about the work. But my weakness was I lack experience managerial, as I have some managerial knowledge but I lack experience, and I have simple Excel knowledge but I lack advanced Excel, and I lack some coordination skill as well. So uh, because of that lack and those weakness, I plan to improve during my placement, and there are some strategies that I have planned for the improvement, and my strategies includes the strategies for improvement. It includes get exposure during internship, practice tutorials from YouTube, positive attitude and confidence, collect more information for research. Because if you are lacking the Excel knowledge, you can practice and from the YouTube, get some tutorials. You can learn. And if you have positive attitude and positive thinking that I can do, definitely you need to build up your confidence. That I build up my confidence. I always think positive that I can do. So I always try to do my best. I also get in great exposure during my internship. That has that was one of the strategies for improvement. And while doing research, as we know that little knowledge is dangerous, while doing research I also collect more and more information. I collect the information, but that was not sufficient. But later, in order to improve it, I collect more and more information for research so that I can gain more and more research idea. More and more the research information could give a better result in the future. And at last but not the least, I achieved so many things during my internship. I have gained a lot of opportunity because I gained practical, actual work life, how the work is operated, how it is done, and I also gained a resource knowledge as well. Being an accounting student, and I also get in wider scope, wider knowledge of management, and I also came to know that management is the key to success of any organization. Proper management, growth of an organization. Poor management, fall of an organization. I also gain a lot of practical knowledge that has built up my confidence that I can do. Now I'm clear, somehow clear about my path, about my area, that what I need to do, what I need to do in my future career. And finally, last but not the least, I would like to thank to my course coordinator Rupali Mishra, uh, placement coordinator Jenin Bowen, and my internship mentor Ms. Lian Chin for uh, making me a part of this placement area, Athletics Northern Territory, and gaining a lot of knowledge has helped me a lot, um, and will help me in my future career. And thank you to everyone mm, who has been a part of my placement. And saying this much, I would like to conclude my presentation. Thank you.